boom.
Oh, good, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
Bro, I told you, like, it looks like you're in a professional studio or something, bro.
bro, honestly, I can't believe the fucking Revi told me, because I was telling Revi, she was like, I told you already. Because when she told me about the lights, you know, I don't understand about like, already when I bought the video, the camera, I was like, man, €1,000. I thought a camera would be like 500 or something. It's like 1,000. No, it was like,
I remember you were speaking about the camera, like, should I buy it or not? And all of a sudden, like, I saw your Instagram, like, with the, like, I was like, what the fuck, you bought the camera? And now you have the lights and everything set up, and damn.
I don't understand the fucking, how the camera can be €600 and what's it called? The lens, like, almost the same. I'm like, bro, the camera has the you know, the technology, I guess. But, so yeah, obviously, I already was like, oh, okay, I buy the lens. But I was like, for sure, light, no. Like, I have light from the sun, bro. Like,
I don't know about the fucking lights as well. Like,
man, it was...
So what made you buy the, like, because I think it was a few weeks ago you bought it, but what made you buy the light as well? Because I just saw, like the fucking big, how big is it? How did you even, like, get it up? Like, how did it go?
No, I mean, so it was nothing to do about that, the quality and stuff, because, you know, in my house I actually have, like, good light. So it's just about, like, convenience, bro, because the thing of recording, like, I've been doing like 3 times a week video and stuff, but I was like, you know, since I stopped the Link Affinity in December, I was like, let's fucking push, like, grow like a business, and that the first thing obviously is the Colinseo, you know, the media and stuff. So I was like, I need to record more videos, more styles of videos and stuff. So I I want to be like comfortable, that is easy to do without any friction, because I don't know why I have like a weird thing that is like, I want to record videos, bro. It's like fun, and you know, I'm like showing myself to the internet. It's like fun, bro. I don't know, I like it, even though it's about my profession. But yeah.
How did it go from like, because you stopped your job obviously, and then you started just focusing everything. How did it change for you? Because I remember in the summer you were a bit like, like, because you always had the thing going on, and it was like, yeah, there was a problems, and then because it's always like took away your effort, you know, mental energy from your business. So how did it go from, how did it change for you? Because now you can focus everything on yourself, right?
It makes me laugh, bro. You're asking like it's some job interview or something. No, I don't know, bro. It's I don't know. I was like, since the summer, I was like, I'm gonna stop this job, you know, because
I don't remember.
Yeah, because I don't need it. Like, that was the main thing. Like, I don't need it, and then obviously the external things came. Like, I didn't like it anymore, and it was actually, we were getting more and more work. When I was the opposite, it was like a graph, you know, more work and less effort. Like, it's completely not, you know, completely wrong. So in the end, the last one, I think, I don't know if I told you, the last sort of thing was let's try with a friend to delegate with Cuba, yeah. But yeah, obviously now I realize, because I'm gonna stop the videos with him, it would have been a terrible decision, you know. But yeah, it was these things like, I don't know, I'm realizing, bro, lately, that just, I don't know, bro, there's like a lot of mental frictions with things. We put like mental strings on each other's actions or thoughts. Like, for example, stopping your job. You know, in the situation I am already, you know, I've already clients, so I have income and stuff. So it shouldn't be like such a big deal, but for me it was like, oh, such a big deal. And then when the decision comes to actually do something and stop, it's like, like, it's just like that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's like all these things in your head, like, oh, should I do it? And then I was like, boop, that's it. It's like,
it was the same thing new with, like, I don't know, I think it's when you're doing something, every time you're doing something new, you're like creating the worst case scenario in your mind all the time. So you kind of get fooled by how it really is. Like, for example, now when I'm trying to look to hiring the teacher to do things in the academy, so I'm always like I was thinking of, this has to be like a stress, because the people that the students I'm having, they like, maybe they're just learning Norwegian because I like me as a person. So maybe if I replace myself, they get like mess. So I realized when I started doing some tests now these days with this thing, like, they're after me, like, writing me, it's a nice lesson. So maybe, like, I think when you're doing something new, whatever, like something like that, something will be bigger for you in your mind. It's like you create things like, no, like, I think your mind goes like in protection mode, kind of like, this is the way it is. So, like, be careful with this, is the way it is. But it maybe a lot of times it's not like that. So it's interesting, I think. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's definitely, I think, is because it's so great, bro. The podcast, the audiobooks I listen, whether philosophy or psychology, and you start to realize like we have the same sort of setup inside, like in terms of DNA and stuff. We're like the same as the hunter gatherers, you know, like 300,000 years ago, whenever it is. We haven't really changed because the DNA takes millions of years to change. We like, you know, you saw my poster. We're like a little shit in the history of the world. We're like this little thing. So we really didn't evolve. So we still have these things like systems to defend ourselves, so we don't feel bad, or so one of these things is obviously, like you're saying, like when you're gonna do something different or change or something that you don't know, your brain starts to create like blocks or like, no, maybe these, or situations that don't even exist. And it's quite similar as if you're in the jungle and you hear something on the sec and you don't know what it is, and you start to think things.
Yeah, it's for sure.
And yeah, I don't know, it's just when you, that's why I think it's important to like learn from these things. So we understand, like we're talking about it now, so we're aware that I am like this, you are like that in your own way. But it's important to like understand this and not do the same mistake. No, it's not really a mistake, but just not do the same thing all the time. Like imagine you're scared to hire someone, maybe I don't have enough money, or I don't know, maybe it's gonna mess up. Then you do it. Maybe not even the first one. At the third time, you get it right, but nothing was as bad as what your head was making. So for the next time, whenever you have like another challenge, like learn from that and don't be so like blocked with your mind.
I really think that something that I kind of learned to do is that when you have, obviously when once you get older a little bit, once you start building up something, whatever it is, it's a career or it's like money or if it's a family, whatever it is. I think that especially if you're going to do some kind of risk, I think you can control it in a little bit smart. I'm learning to do it in a little bit smarter way. Instead of like, let's look at the business. Okay, let's say we're going to grow. Okay, or like hire someone. I think that what I learned to do is that to make take a small piece of the business and make a risk with that, rather than just like, let's make a huge change with everything now and see how it works out, and hopefully it's going to go good. So what I learned to do is like, okay, let's take a small percentage, like some of my students, for example, now, and make a test lesson and see if it works. So I think you can take risks, but in a smart way, so it doesn't affect everyone. You know, same thing with money. If you're going to learn about investments, let's not invest everything all the time. Let's take a small percentage and try and learn from that, make mistakes and learn, and then you can actually take a bigger one later when you learn. I think it's just to get over the beginner kind of mistakes, because when you learn about a new subject, whatever it is, like to learn how to first to study it and then to learn how to go from studying to like actually applying it and making mistakes with it and then building up knowledges and then increasing. So I think it's a thing that we both learn to do now because we're still pretty young. We learn to do a lot of different things, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, sometimes, bro, things in life is just common sense. Like, if you even ask someone young, they might not come up with this, but if you tell them, okay, you explain a fictitious situation, but going back to the point of like, should you put all your eggs in one basket or should you do a little test, like you're saying? And everyone's going to be like, yeah, just do it. Do a little test or a little part, because if you fail, you don't mess everything up. So I think sometimes we miss these simple things, and this thing you explain, bro, it applies to so many things. It applies to economics. That's where I learned a lot of like diversifying, blah blah blah. Also marketing, bro. Even like hyper specifics, like when you do an ad, for example, you need to test. Like you don't put all your money in this ad with this photo and this text. You just like completely put your money, different text, different copywriting, images, video, image, whatever. And then you see which one works, and not only actually to avoid mistakes, but to avoid like false positives in a way, meaning like you might do something, and then you put all your money, and then it works, and you're like, yeah, I was right, like I'm the boss, I take the risk. Yeah, exactly. But then maybe it wasn't right because of what you thought or the variables you applied. So the next time you do that shit again because you're like, oh yeah, that worked, and then it doesn't work. So when you can do like little parts, or even in business, I was listening about like it's a podcast like the minimum viable business or something like that. It's like trying to make a business that makes money as cheap as possible. So just trying to find sort of like a multiplier of money. Not a business that is going to create like you put a lot of money and creates loads of money, but maybe you put like 2,000. But it can make you 1,000 more. So you're like, okay, I have this control with these variables. when I put 2,000, this made me 1,000 more. So I have 3. So let's put more money and improve it a little bit. So put a bit of my resources and see if it multiplies even more or less. So it's like that's like super smart. I'm sure it has a name. This kind of, all these processes have names. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, bro, it's cool. But I think like to learn all those things, and also something I learned lately is that to learn about what is, because there's a lot of information out there about a lot of things, like let's say we're gonna about hiring people. Okay, there's a whole art of hiring. There's a big thing. So what I learned to do in those things when I learned is like, because what you start reading about different things, if it's a blog or a videos about books how to do it, you learn so many different, like there's a guy who did it and he made like a success, and there's other guy who did it in a success, and it's like 2 completely different ways. So it's like, which one do you follow here? Which one do you? So I think it's to learn how to test for yourself what works for you, because I think that, especially me in the beginning, I was like, this works. I read one book or this video. This works. Let's fucking do it. And then it's like you start to realize like maybe it's false for not for him but for me, because in my situation it's different, or being an entrepreneur style, market changes so fast, things happen, trends changes, and like a lot of things. So I think it's just like about, like I said, just beginning into testing and trying and failing a lot, and just failing smart a little bit, like not risking super a lot, and just like failing but learning with small things, like we said, just maybe like a small percentage of a business or money, and then we learn from that. So I think it's a thing to learn how to distinguish like false information that thinks you do this is going to happen, and it can be true, but most of the time it's not true for you. Maybe it's a small, like you can take a small lesson from it, but not the whole thing. So it's like a thing I learned to do with information about what to use. Can I use part of it? Can I use this? So it's like a thing that I learned to do later. I'm sure you also do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you need to like learn. This is like an actual skill, I believe. It's like to smell shit, like or the smoke. I don't know. There's like a term for that. When you read an article, for example, myself, having learned like many marketing things by myself without really anything. Oh shit! One second, I got a message. Oh shit! There. Yeah, like I can see if an article is going to provide me with something or not, or even if it's going to provide me with a tip or just a trick. Maybe it's useful, but I know it's like I'm not going to just do what they say here. I need to apply it to me. And most of the things, bro, I mean, you know this because you're like me. You learn so much, even from like books. They're just like anything on the internet, bro. Many things is like just an accumulation of sort of tips, or like you said, strategy that works for me. Yeah. And obviously to get more clicks, views, whatever, you have to like sort of show it in terms of the title or how it's written, like the mess this, or I work for this, you do it. But in the end of the day, it's just accumulation of tricks and stuff. And I think you need to be aware that you have many sources of learning, like own experience, little tests, articles, videos, full courses, books, so many things. And the most important one second, I'm fucking getting 7,000 messages. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I can't speak, bro. I can't speak with the messages. I'm so bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think at the end of the day, bro, if we were to like, because it's good to like systemize things. So let's say all the learning resources are 100%. Let's say like a pie chart, 100%. The biggest piece of the pie with the highest percentage source of learning is your own experience, bro. Just literally do it, see what happens. Either do it with knowledge, so read all the articles and stuff and then apply it and then see what happens. Or even without knowledge, just kind of do something, obviously with a mind. Be careful what you're trying. If you're trying a little thing, it's not the same as if you're making a business. You can't just try things.
Yeah, I'm really for that as well. I'm really for. I think what I learned to do more is that when I learn something new, because for me, I try to find a balance between I'm going to do something new. So how much research do I do before I do action? Because I think that I'm always like, let's get started. But I'm learning now lately, for example, with something new, whatever it is. Okay, like to say it is about starting a business or whatever. If you're from zero, I think that what you can do here is like, let's start a business. And let's do a lot of things here and see what happens. What other things I can do is actually, okay, let's start to read. Let's say we read like 5 books about business. Like you will get so many things you can learn about, so many different new vocabulary, new things, and new ways to do it. That is going to give you like things that you can learn from and fail off. Let's say, like, do you learn how to, like, which way to go through, and then where you can start to fail. If you don't have anything, just starting like, let's say we're making a business, and just like let's go around and try to get money somewhere. It's like it creates like something that you're trying to doing things and you're trying to fail, but there's no, I don't know how to say it. It's really difficult to do some kind of action without any kind of knowledge. I think that to get some basic knowledge about things, then start to do action, then when you start doing action, just learn more about it. Keep reading, keep speaking with other people that maybe done it, and then at the same time take a lot of action. That's what I'm really like that I'm starting to get lately, because I think before I was more like, let's do it, and then I was like, oh shit, I don't know. I've been trying to now to doing the things I'm doing without this 100% going to think, but at the same time do a massive research and speak with other people that have done it.
Yeah.
Maybe I think for me a mix of those things have made me better in this way.
No, yeah, and that's one thing I think nowadays is like people don't understand to separate on like theory, or we're gonna do this, how we're gonna do it, and then execution. It's like two different things. And many times when like execution comes, you're like, okay, I want to do this. And some people go straight away and execute. Or let's say I want to do this, and I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna learn a little bit.
No,
but
exactly. I was gonna say about like that's a problem about many teachings books like I see in school and university, those things, because I think that there's a lot of theories there, but there's not a lot of people, like if you speak with the teachers there, I'm not saying everyone, but like a lot of those things, like if you speak with the teachers that are teaching these things, they haven't really done it themselves. Like how can they know about if it works or not? They're saying like this theory because maybe themselves have studied a book that worked 20 years ago. Do this will work. But I don't know. I couldn't really. I'm learning to this when I speak with people that tell me to do something. Like have you like done this yourself? The book I'm reading, like this person is still like people, like someone who has done it themselves, or it's just like I have to say people who write about it, get money to write about it. So I think I learned, especially like in the university, when people are learning a lot of things. I'm saying like with a lot of things, maybe if you study something that is super technical is necessary, but something like I don't know, like for example selling, studying in school, like ask a teacher about questions, and that guy maybe he has read books himself, like compared to speaking with a professional salesman, like the type of information he'll give you will be for sure more like applicable rather than just theories that teach.
Yeah, that's why myself I always sort of question where the information is coming from. What is the source? I always like, okay, so where is this from? Or and many times where the videos and stuff, they don't say it. It's just like, oh yeah. And if you actually read an article, if you had the guy there, you'll be like, oh, so you're claiming this. What is your source? And it's much better when the source is not just from like, I got it from this book. When it's from what we're saying of learning from different things. So I learned it here, and then I tested in my website, and then I learned this. I helped my dad to sell washing machines, and it works. So now that's quite more like stronger source of information, because it's backed up by different variables than just like, oh yeah, I read it in a book, and now I'm telling you. It's like.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, yeah, for sure, bro. Damn, a lot of business talk now, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's like,
bro, it's just normal. We speak about fucking everything, bro.
No, so just
cool,
just so like let's say with all the people seeing us right now. No, this is like we started with like some long talk, but I'm so happy because it's what we want. So me and Preben, like we're like best friends, and we've been friends for a long time now, and we've always had like instant connection, and I don't know if yourself, but I don't think we don't really understand why. We just like had an instant connection, and we have been mostly always living apart from each other. So we communicate like on WhatsApp a little bit, but it's not what a real friendship with a friend is. But we still have like the strongest friendship that compared with other people they could have, and we always have these talks, whether it's face-to-face or FaceTime or whatever.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, we have these talks that is a mix of, we're really similar, so we can, and we're in similar like career paths in a way, trying to create business, entrepreneur, all these things. And we also do like have crazy jokes always, ridiculous things, like it's really entertaining. So we just thought like, let's just record ourselves Yeah, because we listen to podcasts all the time, so I might be like, because I always listen to podcasts when I'm cooking, so I might like put the podcast of myself when I'm cooking. That would be like some psychopath like listening to myself or something. Yo,
But I guess there are people doing that, bro. Bro, don't say like maybe people like doing that seriously. Like if you're like I don't know, like super. If you're having like a crazy podcast, you're like, oh, let's listen to myself. I don't know, bro. Like,
yeah, but I always thought when I was like a bit younger, a little bit, I was like, man, imagine you're like an actor or a singer, and then you actually listen to yourself or you watch yourself, and then now that I'm like that I'm a like actor, an influencer myself. No, but now that now that I do like little videos of social media, like when I watch myself, bro, it's like I don't. It's not a big deal. Like. I think it's even like Ed Sheeran, a famous singer, when he hears himself, again, when I was younger, I used to think like, man, that must be like a brain, like trippy or something. But I'm sure it's like, oh, yeah, it's me. I don't know. It's not such a big deal, I realize. Actually.
I guess it's just like that because you go, maybe you like Ed Sheeran makes a song and then he goes to a shopping mall and he's just like there listening to himself. Maybe it just goes around because he's so used to it. I don't know. It's just like, yeah.
Bro, I was gonna ask you, cause I saw the story, bro. You didn't say anything. What was the skiing thing, bro? How was it? Like, I thought you were like in Norway, but then I was like, what? That's Italy.
Yeah, no. I because here in north of Italy we have like this mountains, which is like 2,000 meters tall, so it's pretty tall. So, so when the mountains are that tall, like there's obviously like colder there, so there's a lot of snow there. So when we're going to the mountains now, we go to skiing. There's like a super famous like ski pista in Italian, like a ski resort. Is it called in English? Is it correct? I think it's correct, right? Ski resort.
Piece of shit internet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just, the internet is turning on and off between the Wi-Fi and my internet connection. Like it has a live on its own. This bullshit process.
You were saying about Italy, bro, like in the mountains.
Yeah, like how was it? And like I thought you were in Norway. Yeah, because, I was like, what?
No, because actually, I think I told you this before. Like here in north of Italy, the nature is quite similar to Norway. Actually, it's like quite a little bit colder. We have snow now. Like where I'm living now, there's no snow. But if you drive a little bit with the car, like half an hour up there, we reach the mountain, which is like it starts at like 1,000 meters. And then it's like goes up to 2,000. So it's like super. When it's that tall, the pressure goes up, and it's super cold up there. It's like So it's like one of the best in Europe, like the best Alps to go skiing is super good. And I didn't even realize it was so close because always when I grew up in Norway, it's like all the alpinist people, like the people do skiing in Norway, is a really big thing there. So they basically go here to Italy in the pre-season and after season to like train and stuff. And now, when I came here, I was living here for like a year or something, and all of a sudden, like Alice, my girlfriend, told me like, let's go go skiing. I was like, where should we go? And then she told me the names. I was like, oh, I fucking know this place. It's like because I'm so familiar with them.
But it's not your first time, no? It's not your first time you've been
in Italy. Like the first time I go like to skiing like downhill. Yeah, it's the first time I hear actually.
Oh, but if it's like you've been there already a long time in Italy, so why didn't you?
It was closed because of the COVID, and now it's open again. So, yeah. So now it's if you come here, like I'll take it. Do you know skiing, bro? Like,
no, that's the thing about skiing. There's also here in the like Granada and stuff. It's like good, but it's like quite expensive, and like I have no idea if I have interest, if I like it, if I'm even able to do it. Like I don't know. All I know is that some people died with they cut the head and shit. I'm like, I don't know.
No, bro, it's like I think it's because of me. I grew up since I was small with like after school we always get skiing in the night. So it's like for me it's like something like it's like walking. It's like for me it's like skiing, you know. And when I came to Italy, obviously a bit less, but still I'm planning to go now. I'm actually starting now because skiing is. I realized there because in Norway we have those jumps. Like these big jumps, we go like when I was younger, used to go doing tricks there. Here in Italy, they don't do that many tricks. So I was like a bit bored when I was going down. I was like, like they were like going down like this. I was like, I want to do some other things because I'm used to like okay, let's go do like 360 or something. Let's try some new things. So I was used to that, and I came here. I was like, it was a little bit like, it was still like the nature and the view was like 2,000 meters. Can you imagine? Like you see the Alps. It was unbelievable. Like the view there. It's like maybe the best one I've seen in my life. It's so nice.
Yeah, I saw the story. Like I'm guessing also like it's a bit similar to like I don't know how football. You come to Spain and then you go to Bulgaria or something, and you see the kids playing in the street. They look way better in Spain than there. So I think with the skiing is the standard of level for skiing is like way higher in Norway than Italy. I'm guessing, right? Because I mean they do it way more. They do it way more.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think maybe it's like better, but it's a different style. Because I don't know. For me, it's not a thing to just like go down like this. Like it's like, come on, let's do some tricks or something. But
with the snow, you have ski or snowboard?
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to tell you. I have like freestyle skis, so like, you know, the one with the tip in both ends.
No, bro, I have no idea. No.
Okay. Anyway, so like, yeah, it's like normal skis, and then I'm thinking, because I tried snowboard one when I was younger, but now I want to go back. If we're going to go back here in Italy, I will go with a snowboard, because I feel like that I don't know, like it's going to be more exciting for me, because I don't know how to do it that good. So.
Bro, but you should try. Do you have the thing of you know, the people that go with a boat with a like super fast? You know, it's a more ridiculous. No, it's a ridiculous sport. They all go really fast. I don't know. You know the thing is like 4 people inside a thing. They go in a tube.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's called Bob, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Do you have that shit also or no?
Yeah, in Norway, because in Lillehammer they actually did the Olympics once, so they have like the track there, you know.
No, I said, but do you have the boat in your house?
Oh no!
Imagine you go with a snowboard and then you with the boat and fucking up everyone. Like, yo, this guy. But they all go so fast. It's like a sport. Like, I mean, already Formula 1 is about milliseconds, but that one is even like, how is it? I'm you know, I don't know about the sport, so yeah. But I'm like, how is it exciting? Like, I mean, it's exciting because it goes fast, but in terms of competition, it's like they all just go fast. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Crazy.
Bro, I don't know. It's just like fucking different thing. Like we're used to football when it's like you can win, but normally like the details how you place your foot, it doesn't really matter that much normally.
Yeah,
but this thing is like, yeah, everything needs to be perfect. You have to wear the right type of clothes. If you have like a bulk in your shirt or something, it can affect the wind. So it's like it goes a little bit slower. How the way you do everything affects the results. It's like a thing that you fuck up one small thing. Imagine like you're an athlete like that. You train for like 4 years, like for everything. Like you have one chance, and to do this thing, you're the guy in the back like pushing the thing, and it's like you make one move and like super like the details like you're 0.1 behind. Like there's no way you can. It's like crazy. It's like sprinting. Like details. It's like crazy.
Yeah. No, let me tell you about that, bro. After the break, we have patrocinadores. The patrocinio is the COVID. No, but I was. One second. Bro, I was gonna say about that. How like I remember. Also, I didn't say in the podcast for all the audience, bro. We're footballers. No, Jack. We used to play football. Like we used to both play football in the same position, the same sort of similar player. I was better, but like the same similar stuff. But yeah, we had like a real journey to try to become footballers, and in the end, when we reach a certain level where we are playing in good academies, but then
Santa Pola.
Yeah, Santa Pola. Santa Pola, Aragon.
Tell me, yeah, you said academy. Tell me more. Yeah.
No, yeah. So yeah, in the end, we sort of stopped it because we're people who like many different things. And in football, if you play in good academies, you either go straight away to a good team, or you have to sort of, okay, you're not good enough yet to go to a big team when you're young. So you need to go to a lower level and then obviously maybe get better and shine and go to the big teams. But we sort of didn't want to do it. In the end, it disappeared. So now we are entrepreneurs, Bitcoin holders. We're NFTs, running to buy NFTs. No, but anyway, I don't know how I went talking to this, but I wanted to say, that I remember, even though we were not professionals in a big team, but when I played, for example, in good academies, and I was young, so it's really like 1% of what a real professional Premier League team game is, for example. But I feel like the pressure and this and how the little details can change everything. Imagine because the little details change everything, you have a lot of pressure. That's what I'm trying to say. So imagine, bro, I kind of even begin to understand how the pressure, you must do some kind of training, because there's no way, bro, any human can train for like 4 years. Obviously they do tournaments, like world tournaments, like the sprint and stuff. But bro, really is the Olympics, The 100 meters, bro, just like tuck, like it's over. Like you put your finger here, bro, or something like that, or you not strike your knee correctly, and that's it. You go like, instead of second or first, you're like fourth. The pressure you must feel there, bro, man.
Bro, 100%. Bro, on that note, actually, I was speaking about skiing, and my friend actually, not friend, like she was like studying with me in high school, and now she was actually, she's not going to do the Olympics, the Winter Olympics in Tokyo now. Actually, it's crazy, man. Like she was like this average girl in school that was doing. She was doing good in the competitions. Like we didn't really think about it. Now it was on the news, like everywhere. Like she's in the Olympics, so she's gonna go. Like I spoke with her on a message like a few days ago. She was like 29. She's going. And she's like, she's going now to Italy now to train, actually, because there's only like the Norwegian people that come here a lot of training in the Alps here, and she's gonna go to Tokyo now. And I can imagine for her it's like this, because she's gonna go do these things. And I think it's just like, I think when you do something like, I don't know if you like, with football, when you are doing a kick, like you're doing a penalty or something, it's like becomes like, so because imagine doing the same thing every day for like 10 years, you got so good at it, and then I think maybe in the end it just becomes like a thing that, okay, now it's just like one more time doing it. It's like if you start putting the pressure of all the people watching, all the things happening, it's like then you'll break you. Like, I think you have to be super strong and think about like when you drive a car, it's super good, or whatever you're gonna do good, that you are I don't know, like picking up a cup or something. You just have to
yeah. That's what I mean. Like it obviously has to be automated there. There cannot be a thought of execution. They already repeated it so many times that it just happens like us breathing. We don't think of breathing.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
the thing that's interesting to me, that obviously comes with repetition of the action, of the sport, whatever it requires acceleration, let's say Olympics, the sprints, running, blah, blah. So that comes alone to themselves. But in terms of that's sort of to train the mechanics of it, yeah? So you don't have to think. But to train the pressure, which I was referring to, and making bad situations in your head, basically messing up, not because of your mechanics or your ability or talent, because you have pressure. And the thing, because the thing to train that is to be exposed to that. To be exposed to the big stadiums, the tournaments, and then do it, and you're like, oh, nothing's wrong. Oh, and then do bad, do good. And in the end, you're just always good. But, one sec. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing with the Olympics, bro, it's like it's every 4 years. So you don't really have the ability to train to be in that situation. Like, that makes it crazy, bro. Because, again, an athlete might play 3 Olympics or something. So... even though even if the mechanics are there, they do world tournaments, they don't have pressure with the stadium. But the thing of every 4 years, you cannot really train for that. And just really, bro, just close your eyes for a second. Try to imagine just there in the line, especially with the sprints, because in the sprints you can get disqualified even if you come at first. So you're just there like, go, man.
Crazy. I think then one. If you do one, like I think if you go a little bit too early, they disqualify you. Like there's no other try. I think it's fucking crazy.
And then you have the crazy thing, bro, is that you have the fucking Jamaicans. They're like, hey, like before they're gonna do, it's like, I know that's the way they are and stuff. So they're not really like forcing it, or they haven't been told do this to be more chill. That's the way they are. But I'm so sure, bro, the guy just like doing this chilling, that really helps them. Like to get. Because I saw actually yesterday, bro, like a video of a podcast that the girl said, she's like a neuroscientist or something like that, and she said, with scientific tests, which is how, things are done, the way we have to see if something is legit or not, there is no difference in terms of what we're speaking of, mechanics of how your body works and stuff, between when you're running alone or when you're like running excited, than when you have pressure. So if you perform worse when you have pressure, you run worse, you do a mistake, it's not because of your body, it's completely off because of your mind. And actually, you need to train that, because pressure it can bring good things, but it mostly for a lot of people it brings bad things, because mostly you're not concentrated on the task, on my hand here, you're thinking of like oh my god, even unconsciously. So I think the fact of like acting completely the opposite. So if you have pressure, the opposite of when you have pressure is to, hey, let's go, acting like that, you know. So when you actually achieve that to do it, you sort of break in your mind that pattern of like, okay, I should have pressure, so I should be like acting nervous, sweaty hands, whatever, you know, pressure activates in your body. But you're just completely doing the opposite. You're chill, dancing, doing it for the camera. And I think that like really helps them. I mean, you can see it. They're like one of the best in the world, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. I think I just remember
it has
me
to
and
come
myself.
natural. It has to come natural. It cannot be like you have a mental coach that tells you, oh, before the race, like smile, and it's like it's not real. Because then you're doing it to avoid the pressure. You're not doing it because you want to do it, or because it's what you feel. You're like, I need to do this because I want to avoid the pressure. So you're already acknowledging the pressure. Like, oh, there's pressure. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, man. I think it's crazy that you just get used to it. I just remember myself when I was doing these things, when I was doing like an important trial for myself or like a game or something. I was like, the pressure.
Bro, what was the name of the team? Was it Aragon FC? What was the trial?
Aragon. I just remember, bro, like, because I think when you're doing a situation like that anyway, like it becomes just like your mind just like fucking speaking a lot to you. Like, oh, so I think it's a thing about learning how to deal with those things. It's difficult, bro. I think, especially we just play like at a basic level, but imagine when you go up, it's get more. I guess you get better, but it also gets more difficult, more people, you know.
Yeah, so and when you're younger, man, I remember like. I always think if I had the mind I have now, even though, you know, I'm not like some wise old wizard or something, but, you know, if I had the mind I have now when I was younger, especially when I was in the good teams, academies and stuff, I would have been so much better, man. Yeah. But when you're younger, man, it's so hard to, I mean, we're speaking now, we're trying to understand these emotions now. And imagine when you're like 14, 15 and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. And, I remember having no idea. I was like completely no control of my emotions. Like all I remember is that if I did one mistake, bro, it was just that's it. Like I used to make in the middle of the game, bro. I'll make. It's
like we're gonna die.
Yeah, like the scout. I was like, they're gonna kick me out tomorrow. Like literally, I was like, it's so worthless, bro. It's so worthless. But I used to tell me so many coaches. I was like, they, you know, it's not like that, obviously, and. Obviously it's not like that. I don't even need anyone telling me, but it's like, but you still like had that thing. I never really managed to take control of my mentality too much with this part, and especially with the thing of the mistakes or you know, when I don't know how to explain it, like when you're in a bad situation, for example, like really bad. Imagine you're playing and you're thinking. I don't know if you have situations like this with football. That's why I say football, bro. Doing sports helps you so many things in life. Imagine you're like in a situation where you're playing well and you expect to be playing with a level up or something like with a year up, yeah? You're like, oh, and suddenly the next game they tell you, oh, you play with a year down. Like, I don't know if you ever had like some ridiculous news, like not only bad news, that you expect good and something bad, but any of these situations when you expect something and then it's not like that, I was always like, boom, again, like doing a mistake completely, okay, that's it. Instead of like showing up, like, fuck this, I'm here, like, here are my balls, you know, like, let's do this. It's like, oh, and I never managed to do that, even though I knew I had the ability, even though not the ability playing wise, the ability to actually let's go and do it. But I was always like kind of beaten by the like, oh, I don't know why, bro. I don't know why I'm sure it has like a source, because I'm a really confident person, and I used to play really confident. It showed in my game and stuff. So I don't know, then when problems came is when your confidence has to come up and be like, hey, I'm here, this is me. Then it didn't come. And I think that's either something that you have, some people have it, you know, and others you sort of have to train and be in the situations, and obviously with people around you helping you and stuff. I guess that's but yeah, that's something I was always like, man, if I could go back now and have this mentality. In a shitty game, I do mistakes, I would have been now with the mentality like, bro, let's go. Like, whatever I needed to play well or to do, that would have come. But at that time, bro, obviously it was 15, 16. It's difficult.
It's fun to look back at it now and reflect, and I think we can learn a lot from that thing, bro. Like just looking back and seeing, like what would say. I learned so much about myself, like especially about myself, because I think that all the times when I was just like after a game and feeling like fucking depressed or something, it's like how much I learned about how to take care of my emotions and how to deal with those things. It's like maybe like the number one thing is like learning how to deal with like my emotions, my things like that. Just to, you know.
No, it's
Like
crazy
from
because it's if you think if you sort of take away in terms of sports, if you just take away the sport, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, and the fact that it is a sport. If you think of the logic of it, it's sort of an action between people that also, I mean, there's some individual sports, but let's say the ones that require more than two people, that stimulates so many things in our head that are great. So like it stimulates teamwork, competition, dealing with emotions, dealing with bad emotions and good emotions, consistency. Like there's so many things that are sort of positive traits of a human being, that sports just works them. Like they you need to do this, and some people are good at this, they're really consistent and they don't get down, but then they're not really good at teamwork, and they're not, you know, whatever it is. And bro, doing sports, I mean, we spoke about it. It also transfers to like even business or so many things. It's unbelievable. I think obviously there are many things in life I cannot think of now, but there are many things in life that work on these things. But sports is one of the most sort of straightforward, whatever sport it is, bro. I think some sports work more than others. Maybe obviously football works more teamwork than boxing. Boxing would be more like self-strength, mental strength, blah, blah. But any sport, man, if you're young or even if you aren't, competitive sports, man, if you really take it like a goal for life, like you have a period of your life that you're trying to become a pro. It's not just playing with your friends. Whether you do it or not, bro, whether you become a pro or not, man, you learn so much, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
man. Yeah, for sure, bro. Damn, bro. Like, what about like, have you been? I didn't ask you about this thing for a long time. Like, because I remember in when I came to Alicante, bro. Like, we went partying a few times. How is it now? Like, is it still like that, or like, do you still go out? How is it now with the situation and everything, bro?
No, yeah. So, yeah, it's like, yeah. The only difference is the green pass, and that's it, bro. In some communities in Spain, in Christmas, they put a few restrictions, but in the end, it's not that bad. And they put the mask outside again, but like
outside, like just to go. All the time you go out, you have to wear it.
Yeah, but it's like now, bro. I'm so happy. Well, I don't know. We should let that. But like, it's like 50-50. I'm so happy. No one's wearing the mask. I forget that we were recording. No, but yeah, it's like 50-50 of like you know, other times, you know, I told you, even in Spain, everyone's wearing it. Like, everyone listens in Spain. But now it's like, people are like, no, we're not doing this. So it's like 50-50, bro. Like, there's people without even masks. Like, yeah. And
actually, so actually, it's the law says you have to wear it, and people are like, no.
Bro, there's no, like, you know, this shit they done is not legal. You know that. Like,
yeah, no, I heard you told me about this.
It's not, I was speaking with Ricky about it also. It's instead of like, I mean, it's legal, meaning like it's not illegal, like they go to jail, it's completely so it's legal. Obviously it's an extreme situation that requires extreme measures, and but if you actually go to court, if you do the full process and stuff, it's not backed up by law completely. So for example, stuff like if you get a fine and stuff, it doesn't get processed. Like, it might get processed or it might not. A lot of them didn't. But even if you get fined, if you really want to like boom and go through the legal process, in the end you win, because it's not really something boom. When the law comes, you know, that's why there's laws. Even before COVID, it's like, no, you cannot do this, you cannot force people. So they're doing it because, again, it's a special situation, asking you for a legal health pass or the mask and stuff. But it's not really that 100% legal. And again, my information, we were speaking about the beginning, is from other people, like other podcasts. I do listen to podcasts about like with experts, like Joe Rogan. He brings experts and stuff, so that's where it comes from. But I don't have enough interest in the topic to actually read books about legal stuff, health and stuff. So I'm not someone who knows Like Joe Rogan says, I'm a moron. No, I don't know if you listen. He always like, I'm a moron. In America, they say that, right? I'm a moron. So yeah, but now, bro, now we're gonna get flagged the podcast with the COVID. You know, when I started speaking, I was like, oh damn. No, but I was gonna say, now Spain came out with this. I didn't understand 100%. Like they want, after these infections go down or whatever, they want to sort of treat it like it's not a pandemic anymore. So I think that means like chill out. I think Spain, like the first country in Europe, they want to be like to chill out. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see the news?
Yeah, bro. I actually saw. I didn't see that, but I saw that Denmark actually they opened. There was like old people were a little bit freaking out in Denmark, and they were like, "Let's open everything and let everyone get the COVID," because they want everyone to get the COVID, so everyone gets immune to it, because they realize that everyone is going to get it anyway. So let's just like calculate how much the hospitals can tolerate, and calculate this, and now we're gonna reach a point we open everything, let everyone get the COVID, so everyone is immune. That's what their kind of mentality is.
Yeah,
so
because I think now what I understood is that the variant or the type of COVID that people are getting is not as severe as the others. So let's say if 10 people get COVID, before maybe 3 needed to go to the hospital. Completely not real. Yeah, I'm just making this up. But now it's like 1. So what the logic of before of like everyone get infected, which I remember in 2020 they said, and then it was like no, because because we don't have enough hospitals and stuff. That was the logic. But now, it's not even like that anymore. Even at that time, it was really small. The people that have to go to the hospital, if you think of the 100% of people that are infected, it's a small percentage. But now it's like even smaller. So that's why I think they're starting to like and my sister told me that she heard in a video or something that apparently this is like a normal thing when viruses are going to die or sort of disappear or at least become chill, is that they do like a last variant of that is like super infectious, whatever you say, infectious, but it's not as strong, the symptoms. So okay. I mean, if this is happened with COVID, I'm guessing hopefully that's good news. But yeah, bro, that's a little bit here. Now Rebi will get the green pass. So, obviously the only rule they put in Spain was the green pass, and for me it's okay because I'm vaccinated. But Rebi wasn't because she can't with some health issues, and obviously it affects me. So it's as if I wasn't vaccinated because I do a lot of plans with her, restaurants, nightclub. We can't. But now that she's finally gonna get the green pass, it's like for me, Spain is like more or less without COVID. The only thing, the mask that you have to put when you go in and you go to the table and then you take it off, So it's mostly okay now, the thing.
Oh, cool, bro. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing here, actually. We have to wear it when we go outside.
Bro. No, bro. It's not the same thing, bro. They're fucking crazy, man. In Italy, man, I was in Italy, bro. It's crazy. You need to wear the FTT mask, bro, whatever it's called. Bro, it's like everyone, they don't stop talking about it. Everyone. They do not stop. It's crazy, man. That's
true, bro. I think that, like, just the other day, I was waiting for the bus here, and I was waiting for the bus, like, bro, I swear to God, it was like 5:30 in the morning. I was waiting for the bus, and I was like standing there like this, and without the mask. And there's no people, of course. And I was like, I saw like out of nowhere, like a police car just like coming, like drifting inside, like fucking, like I was like a fucking like a convict, like it was escaped from prison or something. It's like, yeah, I was like, like you show me the green pass. Like it was like taking out a note. 2 people are standing there for like I don't know, like 10 minutes, speaking about get your documents, let's write it down. Where are you from? Asking like 7 million questions. Like, okay, where are you going? Like, which time is the bus come? Like I was like telling me everything, of course. And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, well, we're just checking out everything is good. Everything's good here. We'll see. So yeah, definitely. Like, are you going on the bus? I was like, yeah. Like, do you have the right mascherina, the dark type of mask? I was like, yeah, I have this one. The one you have to wear.
Very hungry. Oh man, bro. No, it's great. And also, I did feel like, bro, it was like more empty, Italy, man. Like it felt more empty. I mean, I'm guessing. I don't even think is that people are not going out. I think it's just everyone had COVID. Like that's what we were saying with this Omicron thing now.
No, but I swear to God, like I'm living in a house with exact apartment here and apartment here. And then a guy who lives above me, like the whole family in quarantine for like 2 weeks now because they were like everyone dying with COVID. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's more maybe I don't know if people have more COVID here. I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I felt it's so random, bro. How countries have like Italy was like, "Hey, party, let's go," and now it's like, "Ah." Then Spain was like, "Maximo la slasa," and now it's like, "Let's go." I don't know. It's just random. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
No,
You
it's crazy, but
oh.
it's been quite like in Norway. It's been quite stable actually. I think they had some restrictions, but it's never been. It's just more like when you go inside places, wear the mask. But never outside like that. So it's been like quite chill all the way there. I feel compared to other places, and now still it's like it's coming back. And then I think there's like some places on the bus, some cities on the buses you have to wear it. So it's like it's always been more stable there. I feel maybe
Yeah, to me it sounds ridiculous because the COVID is the same everywhere. So it's like, how is there a rule in Spain? How do they come up with a rule in Spain that you need to wear masks outside and in Norway not? Like, do they have different signs or different? Yeah, like, it's the same, bro. Like, I don't know.
It's like I think it's because we have the same data basically, but we have different people. Like if you think about it, people in the government of Spain have some people educated somewhere with different mindset, or whatever.
No, yeah.
And then also that compared to that like for example in Spain you have all those people. Obviously more people getting the virus because they're more together. Norway, if you think about it, people maybe have a neighbor that is 1 kilometer away from each other. It's like more distance. It makes sense.
No, yeah, it does. I was thinking while I was saying that countries do have like some different culture and stuff, but I think it's just true. I don't know, bro. The fucking COVID is all, in Italy. I spoke so much. It's all the time. I think this. Masi with the bro. It's like talking about something random, like oh yeah, the food here. We're talking, and it's like. Seriously, there was one time in the dinner, bro. It was so he like interrupted everyone. It's like talking about something of the wine. We were talking different, and he's like just eating. It's like the problem with the COVID. No, but there was actually a time in the past few weeks. I was obviously because Revi got it, and he was more. I was really like, oh man, I really don't want to speak about this. It makes no. It's like me talking about like, bro. It's like, yeah, what I think about physics, nuclear physics, is that I think I have no idea, man. Like it's like, oh, I think COVID, we should do this. It's like, oh, I know it's like trendy and it's the way us humans are. It's something that's happened. It's extraordinary, not in a good way, meaning in an extraordinary situation, completely different. So we're humans. We're gonna talk about it. We're not robots of like, let's work, But there's a point where it's like, man, chill. I don't know.
Man, to be honest, I really, the last
you taken that approach, right? For a long time, you were like, I don't care. It's not going to affect me.
Since the first I don't know weeks, I always like that situation when it's like keep on coming and like whatever it is. I'm like people speak about it. I can have conversations about this because it's interesting facts as well that happens.
Again, it's interesting. That's why we speak also.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's an extraordinary situation. It's like, oh shit.
Exactly. So, but I'm always like, when I hear about it, I'm like, okay, because I'm always like, let me focus on my shit. I don't care. Like really, like I think that. This is part of me to think that this is gonna the COVID thing is gonna be like for 10 years. People speaking about this, I'm gonna be the same. Like okay, like I will do what I can, and I'm not gonna be like I don't know, like I'm inside my home. Like I just accept it and make the best out of this. Really, like I'm maybe because I'm lucky because I think also because I'm lucky because my job is basically with the computer, so I don't get affected that much. I can still travel back and forth, but I think that it's different if I have. Imagine if I have one type of skills, one job that I've been working for 20 years. This job is now shut down. I don't have any place. I cannot feed my family. Like I'm struggling. Bro. Of course, it's different, So yeah.
That's crazy. The thing of the nightclubs or the bars. I mean, I was angry. Obviously, for me, it affected. Especially at the beginning, that my girlfriend was going to come to live with me, Revi, and obviously she couldn't. So we have to, and we were like almost 5 months or something until she could come, and it was hard and stuff. So that's how it affected me personally, emotionally. That's why maybe I'm a little bit more attached to it than you, of like fucking whatever. But man, imagine. I mean, nothing stronger than your ability to earn money, bro. It's like the way, if you cannot earn money, you're like in danger. Like you emotionally, man, you must be so angry, stressed, pressure, everything. So imagine, man, these people with their restaurants, and then you after 1 year and a half, you think you're fine, and then in Christmas, maybe it's your best time to earn or something. It's like, oh, now we put on to 10. It's like,
exactly,
man, I would be going crazy.
Yes, I can imagine, bro. I can imagine you, bro. I will see you like if you imagine you had like a bar or something, bro.
Bro, I'll be with the barrels with a Molotov thing on. Yo.
I think, bro. Obviously, it's like I said, like for us, maybe also because I was thinking like if it happens something like they're gonna take down the internet now. I cannot work anymore. I will find other ways to do it, but I think that is different for people. Imagine you have a family, you don't have all the time. It's like, okay, let me entrepreneur mindset, like let me find a solution to this. Like I think you just get a little bit like you're so used to it, and you have those things, and you used to security for 30 years, and now all of a sudden it's gone. I think it's just like my solution would be like, okay, let's find another way. Like let's adapt. But I think that a lot of people maybe they won't or they can't or they.
We have this mentality.
Like,
I think.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to compare my. I always try to make saying I will do just do this, man. Like, but it's not. Maybe it's not.
No, yeah, we are in a sort of lifestyle, and our work is something that is really sort of we can adapt to things, and we can do many things with our skills. Is the way the online, work is a little bit. So if SEO disappears for me, I would just like do ads, become an expert or data scientist. I don't know. So you feel more comfortable, and that's great. But if you are, a bar owner or like something very specific that is not online, then you can. It's definitely. I can really imagine how it's difficult. Bro, let's do advertisement stop for, and then because it's gonna stop again. Okay. I think, bro, I wanted to say, bro, we can just do it, because I was going to speak to you yesterday about it, but I was like, let's just do it in the call, bro. Like, bro, oh shit, the call, 1 sec. Can you hear me, bro?
I hear you, bro.
Okay, marketing strategy. Let's make it, bro, for the podcast. The first thing, bro, is the name. What podcast? If anyone's seen the podcast, thousands of people, tell us in the comments the name we should put. Well, you should have a name already when they see it, right? Obviously. But I don't know. What should we do?
Bro, I don't know. Bro, let's just fucking. Oh. I'm coughing Bitcoin.
Man's dying. Oh, fuck.
Bro, so I was thinking.
Yo, man's dying. I hate, bro. It happens in Starbucks. Everyone's silent, and I drink just normal. I'm like, I hate it, bro. Especially, bro, when you drink water. I'm like, it's meant to chill out my throat. I'm like, when it goes in the wrong part, I'm like, it's horrible, man.
Bro, the name, bro, like, I don't know, bro. Like,
I have no idea because it's so random. This shit we just made up, like our style, so people get a bit of context. That this is, bro. If we're gonna do this other times, we need to. I realized today when we explain something, because we want to focus a lot on like it's not something new. We just recording what we're doing already. So me and Preben, we always talk like I explained at the beginning. So now we're just gonna record it, and hopefully someone is interested in listening to us and stuff. But the fact that we want to do it like that, so chill, it's a little bit like we don't want it to be work, because we just want it to be normal. Only, if we're recording ourselves, it's not the same as me and him just speaking. We need to edit it, record it, blah, blah, blah. So, but we want it to be only slightly different. So the issue with this is that, as you saw today, we just start speaking. There's no even introduction or anything. So we didn't think of anything like the name. There's not really a purpose. No. It's just like record. So we did say that thing of like, oh yeah, podcast. But it's like, I don't know. Oh yeah, podcast. Like people, no one will understand. I don't know.
No, but I think that there was like the people, the Erasmus people understand it, but oh yeah.
Yeah, but if we, because I was thinking of like a joke or something we've done consistently, but that one we don't even do it anymore. We just have so many new jokes always that, I don't know, bro, what name? The one I listened to, bro, I told you that it's like us, like friends speaking, is called The Fighter and the Kid. Because one was a UFC fighter and the other one is a comedian, so that's quite a good name. But something of, obviously, we do have something of like both blonde, both. I don't know, something.
Yeah, man.
The blonde Bond.
Oh my god.
Oh fucking shit! Oh fuck! No, fuck. What should I don't know, man. We need to think of something. But in terms of like, because I realize now, for example, speaking, there was a few parts where we did speak about specific things. So I'm guessing normally, bro, how it works is like the podcast fully, you upload it, okay? For the people that want to listen it fully, and then you sort of make YouTube videos of it. So if we spoke about 10 minutes about like business, then about football or something, we make a video about that with a title that catches attention. So you sort of like create sub videos of the whole thing, and then you can get even more deeper and create reels or TikToks of 60 seconds, really like tack 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 tack. That maybe if we have a 7-minute chat about something, like only the most important things. But obviously that would be, I would say, the perfect thing to do. Like if we want to market it right now, tomorrow, it will be like this. But obviously this requires like a bit of work that we're like really busy. So I think the easiest way to do it, again, we're thinking about execution. For me, it's really important to think about this while I'm thinking about, let's make a podcast. Because, bro, this is a perfect example we explained before of people like, let's make a podcast. Oh yeah, let's get people from YouTube. Let's okay, that's the theory of like that's important to have. But then I love to focus while I'm thinking about this, even about execution. Okay, so what editing program? Okay, so how do we deal with the mistakes of the camera that stop and stuff? Okay, so we do 10-minute videos, we do 1-minute. So I like to focus on like execution of things. I think it's really helpful to get things done. So putting the example of this, well, this could be like a sort of, what's it called?
Bro, like a startup podcast, like a manual, bro.
Yeah, like how to start a podcast. Literally, like we start from zero. We have nothing, and now we like make it how to do it. Imagine it grows like a lot. Bro, or something.
I have a plan to do it. Record.
How? Yeah, let me know.
Record. Okay. Give it all the materials to some guy who does everything. Upload everything. And
but it has to be from Bangladesh, bro.
Why? Bro, if you go like. If we find someone there's someone who just wants to do this thing, bro. Like seriously, like, but get the skill set. Okay, first of all, bro, the skill set of taking things together to make it nice, you can learn it. Second of all, marketing, we have to give the guy some input, because the guy, if he's a low skill guy or something, a girl, it's not gonna know. So we can just give in inputs, do this thing, done. And then if you can make, okay, we're seeing the person is doing something wrong on TikTok. This should be this. Say it, fix it. Obviously.
But this is because I was gonna ask you yesterday, and then you said let's save it for the podcast. So, bro, what I want to understand, and then like, I want to understand this thing. Like, for me, I'll let you explain. I'll say my part fast. For me, this is like, so again, I explained already that we speak always. Well, we don't do calls so often, okay, actually. But when we speak, it's great, and I always think, man, this is so insightful. People will be interested to listen to this, yeah. So now, if we're gonna record it, which as you see, it's like great. It's not any, because maybe it was like, it's weird and stuff. Again, actually, it's great. It's nothing different. Would you like this to be like sort of often, or is it like whenever I feel? And also the main question actually was like, why did you decide suddenly to like, let's do it? Because I remember I was telling you, and it was and then you were like, let's do a podcast.
I don't remember, bro. This summer it was like, I think when you proposed the idea of like, bro, let's do a podcast, and I was like more. I like the idea because I think that the way things are now is that like content, things people watch, is so like you have a spectrum of everything, information, entertainment, these things. So I think is whatever you create, there's going to be some people who likes it, and like people like, I don't know, for whatever reason they like these things. I think is whatever you create now these days, some people, whatever is like shit for me, it's like so many people is going to like it. And I think that make me like realize like, bro, let's do it, man. It's just like there was like a guy, a super old friend of mine on Facebook created like, he put it like a link of, he made a podcast. It's like this was a guy who was in school with like some, he was just like there. I was clicking and I listened to like 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes. about just speaking about gaming and stuff, just like, like just speaking like us, bro. I was like, they didn't really prepare anything. It's not something interesting to me, but it sounded kind of cool, like casual, just like speaking there. And I think that made me realize, like, damn, it actually would be like nice to have, because I feel like the thing we speak about is something I'm so passionate about. I love so much that I could actually, someone who's like me would like love to listen to this stuff. Okay, so that was like the thing now. Yeah. That would be cool, actually. No. Yeah.
But yeah, I think for me, because if I think about this, for example, I have the business, or for example, something similar to what I'm doing for my business, which is the Calling Sale, which is a social media and YouTube to teach SEO to people, which is similar to this, record myself giving something. That has an objective, yeah, of like getting clients, creating a community, and maybe monetize that with tools, advertisement, whatever. But this one has like, in my opinion, at least initially, again, I've been thinking about this for 4 days. No, it's when you told me like this week or something, the thing of the podcast. So I didn't really have time, but I don't really have a clear objective, and I don't need. I mean, I don't need it. Like, meaning, I don't need an objective. For me, the objective is, we're already doing it, so let's just like let more people listen to it. And obviously, the way we are as humans, we sometimes, we need always like validation in a way, right? Not in a bad way, like, oh, if I don't get validated, I'm not worth. I don't mean like that, but meaning like, if we go doing it anyway, if we record ourselves and more people listen to it, imagine people are interested, you get a good feeling like, oh, there's actually people listening to us in the analytics, or you get comments, oh, this is. So I think that's my objective of like, we're doing it already, so let's just let people see it. I don't know. And also it could be a bit of like a project to like learn a bit of like social media strategy and stuff. But for you, like, did you think like, what's the objective? What would it be?
No, I think my objective is like, because also I feel like it's a way for us to connect, because we spoke about this like.
No, bro, one second. Bro, imagine you're like, the objective is to like get like Norwegian people in like some marketing funnel. I'll be like, yo, some fake shit. It's like, I thought you wanted to like talk with me, and you're like, no, bro, it's like a marketing top of the funnel.
Imagine idea. It's like, yeah, remember like Norwegian class and everything. So I think it's just like.
No, bro, you're like, what? You're like Mexico. You're like. Well, I don't say anymore. Imagine you're like, we do podcasts, and you're like maximum forcing like, okay, bro. So how do you think is living in Norway? Like some like super questions about the target audience, because he has again, people don't understand our jokes. He has like a Norwegian academy, so this is they will understand the jokes when we do the podcast. Yeah. Anyway, continue, bro. Continue.
No, the objective for me was, I think first of all, just like to have something like something you and me working on, like, because it brings us kind of like together, like, because I feel like the way I'm now is that I am super like, I'm focused on my things, on my business, on my community, those things. It takes all my effort basically. So I feel like, and lately, like, because of like, not with you, but also with my family a bit, like, I'm actually kind of maybe they're focusing too much on my business, my things. I feel like this would be a great way for us to be like, let's meet, and another additional motivation to like just meet for 1 hour, 2 hours, and just talk about everything. Let's record it. Let's put kind of ways to connect us to as well, compared to like the excitement of like, damn, it's just nice to do. It's exciting to see if people will like it, or not even that. It's like, let's just see what happens, man. The excitement of there, like, it's cool to be like, put it out, man. Really. And
also to your point, actually, and the one I said before, again, we're best friends and everything, but we actually don't do calls that often. Like, no, if there was like analytics, it's like the average would be like one every 3 months or something, bro. It's like that. So it would be, I think that would be great, because it's just fun, bro. Like, we can talk about whatever. I mean, that's one thing I'm for sure, that even if we did 7,000 episodes, it will never be an episode of like, oh, bro, like what to talk and stuff. Like, it's just like, we always have something, and we don't even have to prepare anything. So I think that too, bro, actually, I didn't think about that. Well, I thought about it about some time, but it was like, okay, just for a second, that we have like similar journeys of like creating something and stuff, but we don't have anything together. And that we're doing. And obviously we're busy, so we cannot be like, oh, let's make a business. If there's a opportunity and it makes sense, but even like a little thing we don't even have. And this could be it. Just like, like, just like, again, like the excitement of like, oh, we have this thing. Oh, what is it working? Is it not working? How can we make it work like that? Just, it's fun.
Yeah, man.
But sure. Bro, about about the thing. I actually have. So Cuba was editing my videos, and um, in the end, I spoke with him. And obviously, when you speak, everything is better. Remember last time I spoke with you in Italy, I was a little like, man, I don't know what this guy, what's wrong. He's not answering. He was meant to be editing all my social media videos for my SEO account. And then I spoke, and he said, sorry, I was really busy. I explained what I felt. But he said, oh, I have good news, bro. My sister wants to edit the videos. So,
Damn.
I know his sister, actually. She's nice and stuff. So I think, if I'm correct, she's gonna edit my videos and stuff. Cuba, that was really good for me. He's gonna teach her, like, so I don't have to like teach her again and stuff. So maybe I can let her know, because I asked Cuba like, bro, so I need, if I get your sister now, it needs to be like that she really wants to do the videos and for some time, not like for 1 month. I'm bored and that's it. And obviously, I'm looking to grow. Like to do YouTube videos, give her more work, more money, obviously. So maybe we can give her this task too of editing the podcast.
Yeah, I just like 100% someone does it, because there's no way I have time to like sit there, because I know how it is, bro. Like with editing, it's like it's one video, but it's 10 hours if you don't know what you're doing, or 20 hours. It's like details, like something goes wrong. So I don't want to do it in any way, that's things, because it's like I don't have time at all.
No, I know. So basically, I know, obviously I know editing like quite advanced, but so in terms of actually editing the full video, bro, it wouldn't be that long. But if you want to do the clips, that will be long, because we need to find the specific parts where we speak about something and stuff. And it's not just editing, actually. There's the thumbnail, the title, a description, resharing. So yeah, so.
But what do you think, bro? What do you think, bro? Because we could now it's just like upload it on YouTube and Spotify if they allow us to do it, and then that's it for beginning. Or do you want to like put it?
So to speak about like next steps, what I think is this one. Obviously, I edit and I put the time to it and stuff to understand what we want, what we need. So then I know I can be like, okay, this is what you need to do to someone, because we're not hiring a professional that knows what they're doing, so we need to know it. You understand? So I need to create what I created for my agency to like SOPs. I think it's system operation procedure. It's like that. That is like how to do something step by step. So you don't need me to explain. And even when you have like a question, it's answered in the paper, video, whatever I give. So I think I need to edit with this one, even maybe second, third, whatever. So I know like, okay, you need to open Premiere, you need to do this and this. Then you export and then do another one and you cut the parts. Like, so I understand exactly what needs to be done. So those are and then obviously that give it to hopefully Cuba's sister, obviously if she wants to do it, I'm guessing. So, but obviously it's going to cost us money. So there is an investment here. But that's the only issue if we think in like capitalist mentality and shit. It's like it's gonna cost us money, but we don't really have a way of monetizing. I mean, the way to monetize a podcast is
think about it. I will think about this way. The thing about it is like how many euros, I don't know, a month. Think of it as like going to do bowling or something, like for entertainment. I don't know. I'll think of it that way.
Yeah, like, it's not shit, bro. That's sick, bro. That's because my mom always tells me this thing. Always this thing of like when it's like something of money, like I just think about it like completely different. And I'm good at that actually, but sometimes not. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm like, especially with money, I'm like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think it's just like that, bro. Like it's just like a thing that, like when I also do this mentality when I do betting with football betting. I was like, this is a thing, it's not going to make me money, I know it. It's like I'm paying for my entertainment. Like, I'm really aware of it. The same thing with this one. Like, it's just like I put how many euros a month, X a month in this thing because I want to have fun and nothing else. Like, if
I guess, yeah. No, we have to, I think, bro, so, I think one way to do it would be to make them perhaps shorter, like 45 minutes, so we don't, again, we're never going to burn out because we can speak about whatever, but it's sort of more chill and more often, like one every day or something. No, I'm joking. No, imagine one every day. No, but what do you think of weekly? Every week? Is that too much? Is that good? What do you think of that?
It sounds like we can do it. Obviously, we can adapt for some changes if it happens. But yeah, that would be cool to do like this.
Yeah, because normally, because I was thinking once every 2 weeks, but I think podcasts, you sort of need an audience. You need to upload there one a week or two a week normally. So, and then if we make them shorter, we don't burn out. Also, the longer we do it, the longer the person has to edit and stuff. So I think if we do the podcast sort of, the only problem is that it's hard to do like 45 minutes because we want to speak. To cut suddenly it will be a bit, but let's say 45 minutes, 1 hour. I think this one is more or less that. I'm looking at the time in the camera. But I think we could do that, bro. We can just like, we do this one. We've done this one. I figured out all the editing and stuff, how it works and stuff. We figured out the strategy that we already explained. It's quite straightforward. The cutting, the full, the cutting and the sub cutting. And then, we just do it every week. And then we delegate the task to someone, bro.
To a lawyer or something, bro.
Yo, to the lawyer in the place. Remember, what's it called? No, was it the lawyer in the nightclub? In the top of the nightclub.
No, economista. Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Oh my god. So, what are you gonna do now, bro? I think I'm gonna go and make some lunchtime soon. What is the time? Is it?
Some boiled egg, bro. Some boiled egg. No, I'm going to. It's so weird now when I close because I need to close for the day. I don't know. Like, I open it's like the day suddenly. Yeah, Rebby comes at 7, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna have like lunch or something. Maybe I'll go for a walk. Yeah, I'll go for a walk and stuff. But bro. One thing. No, actually, yeah, that's it.
But and I was one thing. I was gonna ask you like outside before.
Yeah.
I was like, because I was thinking like now soon, like next couple of like weeks, because the expo in Dubai. I know. This is actually no joke. Actually, no joking, bro. Like, I was gonna ask you, like, seriously, like, should we go there? Like, you and me, bro. No, you might sound like a joke, but I'm actually not joking, bro.
Bro, like, is it that shit of the Expo 2020? It still has the 2020.
Yeah, exactly, that one. Bro, let's go. You might think I'm joking, but I'm actually not. I know I'm not. I swear I'm not joking. I'm probably gonna go like next couple, maybe next couple of weeks. I'll see, bro. Bro, seriously, like.
Bro, what the fuck?
No, because I'll tell you why. Let me do some selling, bro. Like, because it's like what they're doing there is like the most advanced technologies. They put like what's it called? Like exposed. Like they really present so many like new technologies. The new businesses are there. People are there speaking like the keynote speaking. They're explaining things, how things work. There are people like investors there explaining things. So it's like super cool. Like the technology we'll see there. Like it's like robots. You'll see all the things, the new technology people are presenting is fucking unbelievable. The whole city is just for 6 months like that. It's crazy, man.
And you know like how to get around there and stuff. We're not going like just like we have no idea, right? You already
I'm really bit. I'm not. It's a fucking big city, but I'm quite familiar with how it works there. Like you can take the train everywhere, and I have friends there that they'll live there, so we can ask them.
Oh, you have that the prince, right? The prince of
the prince of Abu Dhabi.
No, but I'll only go if he puts us if he pays us the suite in the Burj Khalifa thing, whatever. No, bro. Fuck. What the fuck?
No, I swear, bro. Like, I swear, I'm gonna go. I already because
you're like super sure. You like already made the decision.
Yeah, because it's gonna finish in like end of March, and before that, 100% I'm going. So I will see. I was actually thinking like I was speaking because Alice she has exams now. So she's really busy. So I was thinking like, should I just go like Monday or Tuesday or something?
Oh, like this tomorrow? No. Yeah, bro, let's go. Like, did you check the flights? Are they ridiculous or not? The prices?
Okay. To both ways, I remember from Milano, it was 200 euros.
Each? To go and to come?
Yeah, both. 200.
Oh, both.
Yeah, it's like go and go back. Like 200. Then obviously food, you pay the same because the thing about the Dubai is great is that you can choose what you want to do. Like if you want to pay a lot of money, you do it, you pay you can find all the luxury. But also, if you go like in the right places, you pay €1 for a meal, €2 for a meal, because you go to the people like they're right. If you know what you're doing there, you can make things.
And the thing of sleeping, that's why it could be ridiculous, the pricing or not, the sleeping.
No, you sleep in my friend's apartment. Sleep with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah?
Okay, we speak in the after the podcast about.
Yeah, like fucking do it, bro. I was really thinking about it.
Next episode number 2, we do it from there, bro.
In Dubai.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay,
bro.
bro.
Really, yeah, bro. Seriously, bro. I'm joking.
We do that. Okay, guys. So this is the first episode. You know, if you understood, hopefully you listened. We're gonna make this better. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If it's not enjoyable or anything, maybe we're like out of our minds. We're thinking we're entertaining people to listen to, but we might not be. But yeah, first episode done, bro. We'll go look back at this shit in 5 years, like, damn, that was the first episode. But yeah, bro, don't hang up, okay, bro? So let's see you later, guys. Boop.
Oi.